All right, everybody out there in the CraftChest Nation, it's CraftChest here, and this video is for Sick Kid who wanted to know how I do my chicken salad. And I know there's a lot of people out there wondering about this, especially you out there who have tasted the world famous and uncontested best tasting chicken salad of the apocalypse. So here it is, and all you got to do is follow the steps, which I've showed people many times now. Get you a 2x9 or 2 inches by 9 inch square cooking pan here to cook your chicken in. Season it up the way you want it. Rinse your chicken, put it in this pan, and I'll show it how it looks right here. And it's still really hot, so this may take a moment because I'm about to cool off my fingers and everything else like that. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this off and show you what's going on inside of here. Alright, so let's get this foil up out of the way, put it off to the side, and here's what we have. And you see a lot of juice inside of here. Alright, now this, normally all of this would go into my chicken casserole because I use the chicken broth for my chicken casseroles. And if you've seen those videos, and if I haven't made one, I might have to make one of those, because this chicken broth is seasoned to the max. Alright, but you see the steam rolling off of here. What we're going to do is we're going to take and flake this chicken. Alright, and like I said, see how fork tender this is right here? And this may take a moment because I may have to grab something to flake this off. I'm just going to upload this raw. I'm not going to edit it, not going to do anything else. I'm going to show you how I do it right here live. So you're seeing a chicken salad being made live, CraftChest style, right here. Ooh, so what we do is, and yeah, that's still hot. And what I do is I take the back of a fork. See how I have my hand? And this is exactly how I do it. I just flake it off. You do this right here in a toaster oven or your oven, 450 or whatever your range is temperature-wise. Wash your hands first, of course. 450. I did this for an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. I think I put it in there for an hour and 10 minutes. And I just let it sit there for a while. This is something you want to do ahead of time. You don't rush chicken salad. And you see how this is just flaking off? See how this chicken is just flaking off like this? It's kind of just doing its own natural pull to it. This is pulled chicken, I guess you could say. And it's just flaking apart like this. I'm just going to go through the process and you can enjoy it. It's not going to be any music. You'll hear the air conditioner in the background. I do apologize about that. You're going to hear that loud sound back there because my air conditioner has been putting in work, and I'm about to have to get another one because I think that blower motor has about had it. Those bearings are getting dry. I don't know how to relube window unit AC bearings or whatever, so it's just loud. Alright, so we put this in here. Alright, we get this flaked off the way you want it. You want it a little bit chunkier, you want it a little bit less, just keep on flaking it, whatever. So we're going to put this in here. Alright, now here's something that I do, and I don't know if anybody else does this. Depending on how hot my chicken is, and this is pretty hot, alright, what I'll do is, in between flaking it, and what we're going to do right now is put this in the freezer. So I'm going to put this over here. My freezer's running. Alright, my freezer's running. I'm going to rinse off my fingers there. We're going to grab another breast. Now, I don't have as large of a bowl as I normally do either. So this breast over here may actually sit there for something else for tomorrow. What we're going to do is just flake this apart. And we might just do a 2 chicken breast chicken salad tonight. There's nothing wrong with that. I can have chicken tonight and then chicken tomorrow. And do something else with this chicken breast, or just eat it like that, or make cold cuts or whatever. And I do that a lot. I'll make cold cuts out of this. Just let this chicken breast right here set to the side, throw it in the refrigerator. Yeah, you want a midnight snack? Perfect little midnight snack. Make you a cold cut sandwich. A little bun, a little wrap, a little mayonnaise, whatever. And just make you a little sandwich. Nothing wrong with that. But see how easily this flakes apart. This is something so many people talk about, is how I get my chicken to flake apart like this. And it's all right here. Line your pan. Don't be afraid to buy your aluminum foil. All right, line the pan and then cover the pan and seal it. Cook it and then let it cool. Let it soak up some of that juice after the fact. Don't get in a hurry. And see, I think that's a lot of the problem with people, is they get in a hurry with dishes like this. But you got to understand, you take your time with this dish, it's going to last you a couple of days. This chicken salad I'm going to eat tonight. I'm going to eat it work for tomorrow. And if there's any left when I get home, I'll have leftovers even then. I like to overlap my meals these days, especially during the work week. Alright. And yeah, I know, it's not going to get that cold. It's not going to get, you still see steam rolling off of this, and that's okay. But what we're going to do is we are going, whoops, some fell off, but that's okay. I just cleaned that counter. I'll throw that back in there. I ain't worried about Coronis or Ebola or anything getting on my chicken. Get in that bowl. I'm going to do this right here. And once again, this is live. So you may see some dead spots in here because I'm going to put this back in the freezer. But you see how this chicken is? And I'm going to bring it up close to the camera. Wash my plate and all that here in just a moment. But see how this chicken is nice and flaked apart, and how easily you take that fork and just work it like that against the chicken, and that's what you get. Now, I very well could do this, but I like to leave some room in this bowl to have room to fold in the mayonnaise, the relish, and if you want a little bit more spice, we're going to put a little bit of hot sauce and mix it in here first, because I like a little bit of tang, but it's not that big of a deal. So hold on just a minute. I'm going to rinse this plate off. I'm not going to go through washing the plate and all that good stuff. Alright, we'll leave that in there until the video is finished. I'll wash that plate here in just a moment. Alright, so let me rinse my hands off here and put this back in the refrigerator. So we have this. Alright, so I have something to hold my chicken up there under the little blower. I'm just going to let that cool off for a few moments. Now, once again, as I make a mess here, the counter was clean. Doggone, what'd I do? This chicken breast here can be chilled, which I'm going to do. Put it in a Ziploc bag after this cools off, and I'm going to pour the juice and everything in there, because I could take this and tomorrow, when I get home, if I want to make a little small chicken casserole, alright, you can use whatever name brand you want, but if you want chicken flavored or broccoli and chicken, which you have a lot of that, you can take some broccoli and cheddar, which is this one right here, alright, and do either one of these or both. It's not going to be as much chicken in it. Usually 2 or 3 chicken breasts does better. I normally use 2 of these to make my chicken casserole. I do 1 bag of each of these, your name brand of choice, Lipton, Knorr, whatever. Does mighty fine. And you can make you a chicken casserole out of leftover, or once this is cold, cut this long ways here, make you some sandwiches out of it. Whatever you choose. And that's one reason why I started to do 3 at a time, chicken breast wise, instead of just 2 at a time, because the leftover breast and the juice that you get off of it, you get almost a full cup, if not more than a cup, depending on how well you let your chicken, whenever you drain it. You rinse it, you wash it, and depending on how much you let it drain, you'll get about a cup of broth. And let me tell you something, this broth right here is amazing. You can do whatever you want with it. You know, make a chicken soup. You want to shred this up like you did the other ones and do some ramen or some spaghetti or whatever and make some chicken noodle soup, do that with it. Whatever. It's your choice. Alright, so we're going to set this off to the side. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put the lid back on this. I'm going to let that chill out. I may put this in the refrigerator just like this and do something with it later, which is more than likely what's going to happen. And you just got to cover it up like this. That's why you keep you full. And this is how it actually looks. All right, not as clean and neat, but you want to seal your edges. Don't be afraid to use your aluminum foil. We're going to put that there, put that in the refrigerator after it comes down a little bit, and we're going to finish up on this chicken salad momentarily. Once again, this is raw footage. I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to splice it in. I'm giving that chicken time enough to cool off in the freezer, and I'm going to mix it here in just a moment. So let me go grab it and give it a moment. We're going to flip it around. What do I do with my fork? Where'd my fork go? See? That's one of the things. Oh, here we go. I washed my fork, put it to the side. Alright, so let's get this. I'm going to stir this around a little bit. Alright. And what you want, and a lot of people, this is where they make the mistake. They don't let their chicken cool off enough. Now this needs a couple of more moments. Alright, a couple of more moments. We're going to put it in here. And that's where people make the mistake. Oh, my chicken salad, oh, I'm sick. I got the, That's why. You don't take your time. You don't let it come down. You add this mayonnaise to it. And mayonnaise is nothing more than eggs and oil. You add eggs and oil to hot. What do you get? Oh, my gut. Oh, my stomach. And then, while we're waiting on that to cool a little bit, let me tell you something. Now, this is a name brand plug. All right, it's a name brand plug, but I want you to understand something. There's a reason for it. All right, this relish, all right, this relish is different, and I don't know why, but this relish, I wish you could smell it, is different than any other pickle relish you'll get. You can actually see it. This is sweet gherkin. You know those little baby gherkins, whatever they call them? The gherkin spice. All right, that's what this is. Great Value brand calls it sweet relish. All right, but I'm telling you, it's sweet gherkins. That's my favorite pickles. You can see the darkness, you can see the sweetness and the thickness of this. All right, that is sweet gherkins. So we're going to put that to the side. The chicken should be coming down enough in just a moment. We're going to add just a couple of teaspoons or tablespoons of this. As you can see, I use my hot sauce a lot, especially whenever I do red beans and rice, dirty rice, whatever. I'll actually pour this off, you know, take the lid off of this and just pour a quarter cup into whatever dish, because I like, especially Crystal hot sauce. Another name brand plug. You apologize if y'all out there, whatever. But I like this because it gives you that heat that you want, the spice that you want, but it doesn't linger and like burn your mouth to like, oh my God, I can't eat more of this. Oh! It ain't none of that. All right, it's good stuff. And of course, name brand of choice, whatever you want to on the mayonnaise. Just make sure it's not sandwich spread. All right, that fake stuff is made out of like polymer. All right, so let's check our chicken. Because I got this right up under the vent. And if it's still got a little warmth to it, that's okay. We're not looking for perfection. We're not looking for cold. We're just looking to bring that temperature down below where it could actually do some harm and, you know, make bacteria inside of this. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take this after we mix in the mayonnaise and the relish and the hot sauce and whatever spices you like. We're going to take this and put it in the refrigerator and let this actually chill up. So you see how my chicken is now that we've actually shredded it. There's no steam. All right. You can actually fold it over. You can shred it up however you want. But see how this is? This is straight out of the oven to the bowl. You guys and gals out there saw it. The most awesome thing that I think you've probably ever watched. Because I know a lot of people out there, they over edit their videos and don't show you the process. This is raw footage. Look at this. All right, and you're going to have chunks. You're going to have chunks like this. That's okay. It's okay. All right, so let's put this here. All right. Now, if you don't want hot sauce, don't add hot sauce. All right, but we're going to put a couple of sprinkles of hot sauce in this. All right, just a couple. All right, just like that. All right, that much. That's all we're going to add. And if you think that your chicken is too dry, you can always watch how dry it is. That's one reason why you want to chill it and fold it. If you think your chicken's too dry, don't be afraid to come back over here. All right, fold you up a corner on your bowl or on your pan here. See how I do like that right here? And take and pour you in a little juice. All right, you want a little juice, you want a little wetter. All right, pour a little juice in here, because I do this all the time, about that much. That's probably about 2 tablespoons, and that's probably going to be just about right. All right, because that's cooled off. Oh yeah, almost perfect. Look at that. And see how that adds kind of a little slick to it, and that's awesome too. All right, so this broth works as a bunch of different factors. So you want to fold in your hot sauce, and you see how I'm not being really aggressive with this. You're just folding this over, and this is in a medium-sized bowl. I normally would do this in a large bowl, but my large bowl's at work with red beans and rice in it right now. All right, because I left my leftovers, and I'll have a chicken salad sandwich tomorrow for lunch and a little leftover red beans and rice. But see how that tint changed? It's got a little bit of a sheen to it now. All right, let me be still and let you look at it. All right, and you just want to add a little bit of moisture. All right, that's what you want to do, just a little moisture, is you want the chicken to have ever so slight of moisture to it. Now, here's the trick. As if there wasn't enough tricks in this video to begin with. Rinse your fork back off. Take your gherkins. All right, shake them around. You don't have to. I like to. Oh my gosh, I love that smell. And then pour in however much you think you might like it. Here's another thing. Can y'all see that? How it's almost like a syrup coming out of there? All right, let's start off with that, because I don't want to put too much. All right, but see, about that's probably what, 2, maybe 3 tablespoons-ish. All right, and I can already tell I need a little bit more. So watch this. See how this drains out? Y'all see that? It's almost thick. All right, so about 3 solid tablespoons. And what we're going to do is fold this in. All right, we're going to fold this in right here. All right. However you like. If it's a larger bowl, it's a lot easier, but once again, we're doing this in a medium bowl. CraftChest, how come you ain't got more bowls? I don't want them. I'm a simple man. And at this point, if anything falls out, it goes into trash. As y'all saw right there, a little speck came out, because I don't want any contamination in the future, because I might eat on this for 3 or 4 days. I've eaten chicken salad up to 4 days old, and I've never gotten sick off the ones I made. But you see how the consistency is? Make it however you want it if you like sweet pickle relish. But I'm telling you, Great Value brand, that's gherkins. It's awesome. I don't care what anybody says. But this is about the consistency I'm looking for. All right, it's not overwhelming, but you can see the pickle relish in there. All right, so we're done with the pickle relish. I'm gonna put it up. Now, we got the hot sauce. We're done with it. We're gonna put it up. The mayonnaise. All right, we got our spoon right here. This is my coffee spoon. It's always clean, sitting on standby. And here's what you want to do. I don't measure. What is that, about a 1/4 cup? All right, a little bit less than a 1/4 cup, and that'll be making it about 2/4, about a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. I'm gonna set that to the side. So we got about a 1/2 cup-ish of mayonnaise. Don't worry about measuring. Don't measure. Just go by feel. All right, start working this in here, and we're gonna fold it before we add any more. Because remember the golden rule, you can always add, you can't take away. All right, that's the Emeril Lagasse rule. I don't know if he ever made that. He might have stole it from somebody else, but that's where I remember it from everything in life. You can always add, you can't take away. In cooking, it's key. All right, that is the golden rule. All right, so see how we have some dry spots. We're gonna fold this in. And just take your time. Once again, do not get in a hurry with this. That's another reason why people fail at good chicken salad. All right, because you may think, oh, well, I need more, I need more, I need more. And then you end up and you're looking at your chicken salad, it looks like that. All right, you don't need that. You just want a good consistency, something that's thick but spreadable. All right, and this may actually be enough. Oh yeah, babe. We're gonna fold this. All right. Matter of fact, we'll take the rest of this. All right. Rake that off of there a little bit. All right. There we go. And I'll wash both of the plate and that spoon here in just a minute, because I do believe that's going to be enough. All right, so let's put the mayonnaise up. And we're going to keep folding this over. To see this, how this consistency is. And turn your bowl every now and again too. Stir it, fold it, however you want. Hell, I've even seen people use blenders with this to make it really fine and break it apart, but that's overkill if you ask me. Because I like to use this for sandwiches, wraps, etc. You know, and look at this. That's about a half a cup of mayonnaise. Could I add more? Probably so. But that's the consistency I like. And anybody that's ever seen my videos, this is a 2-breast chicken salad. And I don't really tell everybody how many breasts it is, but normally whenever I show y'all pictures, it's a 2-breast. When it's 3-breast, I'll double up on everything. And it'll be even more white than this, because I know what I'm about to do is have lunch. I'm about to have supper. I'm about to have lunch again, and then supper again. All right, if I feel like it. So there we go. And that's it. All right, so that's the consistency I like right there. I don't know about anybody else. You can add to or take away. And here's something else. You want to add a little bit more spice to it. All right, you want to add a little bit more flavor. Don't be afraid, and I am right now. Once this is now folded in, you want a little bit more onion flavor? Go for it. Add a little bit more onion flavor. You want a little bit more garlic flavor? And these are just simple garlic powder, onion powder. Well, don't be overbearing with it, but add a little sprinkle. All right, about that much right there. All right, and then fold that in, because it's your chicken salad. Now, normally would I do that? Probably not, because all the flavor's over here in this broth. All right, but just to let you know, and for this one right here, we're going to stir this in. All right. And you see the stirring techniques that I'm using also by doing this. And this is going to break the chicken apart even more. And that's another reason why you don't want to over flake it whenever you're taking it out of the pan and doing it on your plate. All right. Raw footage, everybody. We're making chicken salad live and pre-recorded here at the CraftChest underground bunker. And I think that's about got it. So let me go over here and rinse my hands. I'll wash that plate and that fork and that spoon here in just a moment. And as Sky John says, there you have it. The chicken salad of the apocalypse right there. Once again, if you want a little bit more spice, add more hot sauce. See how it's even got a pink tint to it? And that's because I add the flavor in here. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/CraftChest. I will be posting pictures to this of the pre-cook and this video. All right, and then we're going to put the lid on this. Where's my lid? Here's my lid right here. I'm going to go ahead and wrap and wipe my edges down here. All right, with this, and then we're going to put the lid on. Take the air out, and we're going to throw this in the refrigerator. All right, once this cools, woo, it's going to be awesome. You make your sandwiches, you make your wraps, eat it with some crackers. It's your choice. All right, chicken salad, CraftChest style. It's a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun. Woo! Sick kid, I got you. Woo!